Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I'm speaking with Kristina Menissov. She has an all new single coming out called Crown. I've listened to it multiple times at this point and I love it. Everyone else there is going to love it as well. I want to thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
Hi, thank you for having me at your platform. We write about music. I'm super excited to be here to talk about my song, to meet you, and to share all my emotions about this single.
Well, I want to hear all the emotions attached to it, so let's hop right into it. This song is extremely diverse. There are so many different sights and sounds and styles and genres being presented, but I want to start by knowing what it's about. What does it mean to you?
Okay, so this song is a famous Turkish singer, Cansel,
Hmm.
and I'm originally from Kazakhstan, and my dad he's from Ethiopia, so my background is also mixed.
Sure,
And I think
sure.
we're like both being from Middle East. When we found out that we're both musicians, we came up with this idea to of course, we're not first ones, but we also wanted like to implement some Middle Eastern motives into the European like sound. So
Yeah,
just to make a little like crossover of all the styles, just like the way we became, right? Because we moved all over the world to be here in Los Angeles, and it still changed us, but we still have our like interesting sides of us, right? I understand how people think here, but I also like have my visions of how I think how it is over there, how it's different, what's better, what's like, and then some of the stigmas when we come here, like how people have some of the stigmas
of course.
uh, about Middle East, and I think Jansel with like I'm not gonna talk like a lot what she was writing about, but I think she wanted more like introduce herself about how like what is she, how is she came here, how like her journey, and then on choruses when I start singing, it's about like it's like a little tongue to cheek about the stigmas, what men usually think about the Middle Eastern woman, because like it's it's also like I would say like it's also like a little bit of our fault because like lots of us we say like, oh, but this is how it is, it's okay to have two wives, it's okay, you will be the like, oh, I will be very very calm, and you know what, I think this is exactly what I was telling to my boyfriend in the beginning of our relationship. You know
Sure.
what, I will be very calm, and men in our relationship is the God. And I will always listen. And 5 months later, I'm like, I need to know where you are. You know what? That's why I moved to the America, just to see where you are. And
Oh
you were
man.
not gonna do it the way I was, because that's why I left. So it was a little bit tongue touching. Is that the right way to say? Like when I want to say like it's a little sarcasm about it.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. No,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I love this story because you wouldn't believe how many people I talk to that are just like, yeah, I just came up, this is fake, but like, this is a great story surrounding the song, and it actually brings such a good meaning to it all and shows off your person. No, really, I super enjoyed it. And, I obviously knew it was a collaboration due to listening to it, and there's so many people involved. But how did the collaboration come about? Like, how did you contact these people to get this song going?
Mm-hmm. So yeah, me and Jinsel first we met, and then we became friends, and we always talked about like, hey, we should record a song because I think that would be great. We both have the same vision how it should be, and we finally made it happen. And I'm signed with the amazing talented producer Andrew Lane,
Hmm.
and he worked with famous artists like Backstreet Boys, Iran Cara. Then he wrote the like every I think he worked with like Princess of Diaries. It's my
Oh,
favorite
yeah,
movie.
yeah. It's one of my favorite movies too.
So when he wrote the beat, I was like, that's it. This is it. This is exactly that specific collaboration that I had in mind with Jansel. I reached out to her, and she's very excited. She's so helpful. She jumped into it she recorded her part like 1 week after I reached out to her, and then I was actually the bad one, because and then I started taking my time. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm traveling. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm this and that,
Sure,
and it took
sure.
a little time to finalize it. But she's awesome.
Well, the final product turned out fantastic. I'm really excited for everyone out there to hear it. By the time this comes out, the song should be out so everyone can listen. I kind of want to look towards the future, though. You know, I want to keep talking about the song, but I want to know what is next for you. Are you the type of artist that is always working on the next song or the next thing?
Oh yes, I already working on the next song. It's called Her Story.
Cool.
Um, it was um it was inspired by like very sad events in 2020 with Black Lives Matter. It's
Sure.
about the police brutality and how women were oppressed, and it's obviously completely different side of me, and then
Yeah.
completely different song. It's gonna be I'm it it was just me being an artist. It was like never about me, that song. So I just, and I just wanted to, for us not to like, for, because sometimes when unfortunately like a tragic event like that happens, people talk about it and
Yeah.
then forget, right? And it's now 2022 and we don't hear anything anymore, right? And I that's why I wrote it. So it's gonna be like, I hope there's gonna be more and more artists that will like talk about it and bring awareness just years after, not only at the time when they can get a hype. Because I could have like
Right.
jumped and hype at that time, but and I wrote it at that time, but I just felt it was, sometimes I get insecure and I felt it's not right for me to talk about it. I'm only half Black. But then I was like, if not me, like I wrote it and it's my idea, and it's not like, and I like, exactly, it's not about me. Why is it always like, oh, why me, or like it's about
Yeah.
the story, her story.
I completely understand. And it's one of those topics that, sure, yeah, you absolutely could have written a song a month after things sort of fizzled out, but it's also a topic that needs constant awareness. So you putting out this song in 2022, it doesn't make a difference. Like it doesn't have less impact, I mean.
And it's like, to me it was more about, I didn't want to make a hype for myself about it. I just
Right,
wanted
right.
to keep talking about it. Like I hope somebody is gonna like write or make a movie or make an
Yeah,
art next year, and then a
totally.
year after, and then we're gonna continue talking, and and it's not just like we just said it, we made our amends and it's over, like because unfortunately it's not, and it's all over the world. It's not only here, police brutality.
Yeah.
I it's going everywhere. Like I feel like at the moment, the amount of sad news
I
that
agree.
we receive, it's just
It's too
overwhelming.
much. It's too much.
Hmm.
Now, I mean, a lot of people who may not know, you're not just an artist, you're a model, you're an actress, but a little bit of everything. But obviously, the music is becoming a more important thing in your life right now. How long have you been making music for?
Okay, so I started making music and focusing on pop music since 2020. But before that, I was an opera singer. Uh,
Really?
yes,
I would have never guessed. No,
right.
seriously, that's crazy. Okay, so then how did you transition to more like pop-based music?
Yes,
So funny.
like when I was a kid, I played piano, and then by the age of 16, I wanted to become a singer. I
Sure,
changed. So by the time, like before college, I took 2 years more of the high school just to change my profession from piano player to the singer,
sure.
and then the college, and then I went to Italy, and but then in 2016, I took a break. Um, Obviously with a meaning to go back, but with classical music, with the singing or with playing piano, with anything like that, it is harder to go back because um the days that I took off, like obviously my training was not growing, so it cannot stay the same. It was going low. I'm not gonna say that the pop songs are like a low quality and I don't know how to sing anymore.
They're different. They're different.
Yeah, they're different, but I feel like well, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
But I feel like at the time I am not qualified enough to go and just like to jump right away and start going into competitions and perform for you at the opera theater.
Okay.
And also it is a passion, but I think over there it's less freedom for me as an artist to share my emotions, because there is beautiful, beautiful, unbelievable pieces that it's an honor to perform and then be on a stage, for example, La Bohème Musette, but there is less freedom because you have to do it the way big artists did it before. And this is the only way you will do it. And this is the only way you will sing. And with pop, I can just show how I think, how I would like people to know me, to get to know me, and then make my own show.
I agree. I think it's a lot more accessible for so many more people as well. And it
Mm.
really does allow you to kind of deliver whatever message you'd like overall in an attractive sounding way. That's pop music. It's made for the masses of people. So I completely understand. I think that's what
Yeah.
people are probably going to like the most about this is that, yes, it is pop centric, but at the same time, I keep saying it, but it's very diverse. Like, you don't hear a lot of Turkish inspired music nowadays. Like, you might, but it's not the center of the song. And I think that's kind of what makes this so special. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it's just a great song. I have nothing else to say about it. It's just a very solid song. You've done an amazing job. And I'm really interested to hear the follow up because I have a feeling that it's going to be different, like stylistically. Is that correct?
Uh, like of this of the crown, yes, it is.
Yes.
I think we have a very good feeling about the song. Plus, we're also gonna work on a music video, which also gonna be.
Cool.
Uh, I think it's always a pleasure to see two beautiful women on a frame, right?
I mean, who doesn't
Plus,
want to see that?
plus, we also have like a few ideas like that we're gonna like show, and that will make this music video different.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited for it. You don't need to say anything else about it. We'll keep some secrets for next time. Um,
Yeah.
I do want to know though, are you playing shows? Like, are you performing these songs live?
We are gonna perform it this Wednesday on January 26th, one day before the release,
Nice.
uh, at the at the Global Theater in downtown.
Very
Uh,
cool.
yes, so we're performing that, and then of course we're gonna have more, but like this is the closest one that I
Nice. No, that's the closest that it could possibly be. So that's no,
have. Right?
I
It's
know, I think
actually
like, yeah, as you continue to put out more music, the shows can get bigger and more frequent. And so, that's really the plan. Um, Another thing I want to bring up is so we're recording this right basically at the beginning of the year. It's January. What are
Mhm.
some goals that you've set for yourself, hopefully to accomplish by this time next year?
Okay, this is a really good question. Thank you.
Sure.
Because I have the whole answer lined up for you.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
Yes.
it.
Um, well, one of I wanna release an EP. I am an artist and I am not very organized one. And usually it
That's
takes a
okay.
year for me to put myself together and release one song. And this is, I think, not the way I should do it. So I actually want to work, and I made myself a promise that I will release the whole EP with like next year by the
Right.
end of 2022. So in 2023 it should be out, and hopefully we'll be talking about that.
Beautiful.
um Yes, and there's some personal goals. Like I'm a very shy person, and it's sometimes people think that I'm mean, not mean, but like a little like, oh, I'm just shy. I just shy to talk to people. So I decided once a month to reach out to some of the girls that I like on social media that I want to be friends with, and just get to know them, and then just like say, hey, how about we meet and talk to each other? And even if I'll be shy during that meeting, because I did it a few times before, and then I'd just be sitting, and then they would think that I'm just being me. And then maybe like send a follow-up like text and be like, hey, you know what? I'm just shy. But I really enjoyed our time together. So that is one like it's I was supposed to do it once a month, and it's almost end of January, and I didn't do it. I should get
You've
I
got a
should get on
week
that.
left. You could do it. I think you could do it.
Yes. And this is my personal one. And on modeling, I it's it's just I want to just get better with my auditions. Sometimes I like I just take everything until I'm not good with deadlines, as you guys understood. So there's always a deadline, and I'm just like, oh, it's a deadline. My audition, it's a deadline. Oh, I didn't record it myself tape, so I do it last minute. I do it like whatever, and then of course the quality of them are not as good as I would want to,
Sure.
because I think for all the artists or for any industry that you're doing, it's not about what other people think about it. Like it's about if you can 100% be honest with yourself and say, hey, I did
The best I possibly.
whatever I could. I did my best. But then sometimes I'm like, I know I could have done it better. And then
Right.
that thought actually just like in the back of my head, just like then it starts bugging me, and you're like, oh, why wouldn't you just take it more serious? You could have made it better. You could have practiced more time. So that's my another goal.
I love it. Those are some good goals, and I think they're very achievable goals too. Like you've got a year to
Mm-hmm.
figure it out. You got this. You got this. Christine, I have one more question to ask you. And basically, the question is for the person that is going to discover you from this, and for the person that is going to listen to your music for the first time, what is an opening message that you'd like to say to them?
Opening message for a new person who will discover me.
Yes.
I think my message shouldn't be about me. I think it shouldn't be something inspirational, and I think
Sure.
it should be like, hey, we're all humans, and when somebody has a success, it shouldn't be about how they achieved it, because they probably worked hard just the way you did work hard, because everybody works hard for it, and sometimes it looks easier for someone, but you don't know their story. So it's just like there is no point to be jealous or to think that they're more luckier or anything, because everybody works hard, and that thought actually makes it so much easier to live with. Like when you see someone's success and you're like, why not me? But then you're like, but he worked hard. So you're like, oh, then cool. High five. I think it's that simple.
I think that's a great answer. Seriously. Like, yeah, you're right. Everyone is on different levels and different planes of where they put their energy, and you know what? It's everything works out differently. So, fantastic answer and a fantastic conversation. Christina, I really want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy life to do this. It truly means a lot. And for everyone else out there, Crown is coming out. What was it, January 27th, 28th?
27, 9 p.m.
There you go. So pre-save it, listen to it, send it to your friends, put it on your playlist, all the things, and we'll have links below so everyone can listen and check out the social media
Thank
and
you
everything
so
like
much.
that. But yeah, seriously, Christina, thank you so much for your time. This has been amazing. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me, and enjoy your time in Brazil.
Thanks.
I don't think we talked about how awesome it is, and I'm a little jealous, even though you worked hard for it. How awesome it is that you're in Brazil, in Rio. It's my bucket list, so enjoy it,
Thank
and
you.
we'll post more for us, and then maybe do a vlog.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let me know when you've got another show going on in LA. I'm usually there and I'll definitely drop by.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
All
It
right.
was a
Take
pleasure.
care. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye bye.